Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. I still remain your mathematics teacher, Mr. Andubisi Frem. Today we shall be looking at a very important topic in mathematics, which is angles in a polygon. Polygon, as we all know, is a flat two-dimensional closed figure with straight edges. We have various kinds of polygons. We have the polygons with three sides. The polygon with three sides is called a triangle. The polygon with four sides is called the quadrilateral. Sometimes when you ask students question, polygon with four sides is called dash. You heard them say rectangle. Some will say square. Some will say parallelogram. Some will say rhombus. You are not completely wrong anywhere, but they have a general name. Both square, rectangle, rhombus, and parallelogram. They are in the class of quadrilateral. Any four-sided shape is called the quadrilateral. So polygon with four sides is called quadrilateral. Then the one with five sides is called the pentagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the polygon with five sides is called the pentagon. The one with six sides is called hexagon. The one with seven sides is called heptagon. The one with eight sides is called octagon. The one with nine sides is called nonagon. And the one with 10 sides is called decagon. And so many other kinds of polygons. So today we shall be looking at the number one polygon here, which is triangle. Then before we now venture into this, because our major area of concentration is on angles with respect to polygons. So we have the formula for calculating the sum of angles, sum of the interior angles of a regular polygon, and the formula is 180 bracket n minus 2. Like for example, if you are asked what is the total interior angle of a triangle, we all know that the total interior angle of a triangle is 180 degrees. We all know that. But how do we get to know that is 180? Maybe someone just forget that, oh, I don't know the sum of interior angles of a triangle. How do you figure it out? You can figure it out using this formula here, because we know that a triangle has how many sides? 3 sides. Then where from the formula n represent the number of sides of the polygon. So let's take for example triangle. How many sides does it have? N, that is 3 sides. So to plug it inside this place, that will give us an idea to how to get the sum of the angles, sum of the interior angles of a triangle. So that will now give us 180 as we have it here, bracket. In place of n, I put 3 there, minus 2. That will give us 180 multiplied by 3 minus 2 will give us 1. So 180 times 1 will give us what? 180 degrees. So therefore, the sum of the interior angle of any triangle is equal to 180 degrees. So this is the general formula for getting the sum of angles, sum of the interior angles of any polygon. This is the formula. Take for example, we want to talk about the quadrilateral. What is the sum of the interior angles of any quadrilateral? Remember, quadrilateral has how many sides? How many sides? Who can get that? That's the 4 sides. Something like a square, a rectangle, rhombus, parallelogram are in the class of quadrilateral. So if I want to get the total sum of the angles, interior angles of a quadrilateral, that means n will represent 4 because a quadrilateral has 4 sides. So plugging it inside the formula here, I have it as 180 bracket. In place of my n, I put 4 minus 2. That will now give me 180 multiplied by 4 minus 2 will give us what? 2. Then 180 times 2 will give us 360 degrees. That is how you achieve the sum of interior angles of any polygon. Be it polygon with 20 sides, be it polygon with 90 sides, and so on. So this is their general formula for achieving that. So today we shall be looking at angles in a triangle. The angles in a triangle. All right, so let's get started with that of a triangle. I hope this formula is quite understandable as we venture into the topic proper. Now we are talking of the angles in triangles. From what you can see on the board, sum of the interior angles of any triangle at all, is equal to 180 degrees, just like I showed you before. Now, as you can see from the diagram there, so this is a triangle of which you have angle A here, angle B, angle C. We're talking about interior angles. That means the angles inside. All right, so the sum of the interior angles of any triangle at all is equal to 180 degrees, just like we explained here. So from there, what it means is that when you sum up all the angles you have in this triangle, they will sum up to 180 degrees. That is to say, angle A plus angle B plus angle C, that all equal to what? 180 degree. That is because of what we stated here, of which I've shown you from the formula I gave before on the general formula for sum of interior angles of any polygon, where we said the formula is 180 bracket n minus 2, of which when we talk about that of the triangle has 3 sides and n represent the number of sides. So when I say 180 bracket n, what do I replace with n? That was 3, because a triangle has 3 sides, minus 2, that will give us 180 multiplied by 3 minus 2 will give us 1, and 180 multiplied by 1 will give us what? 180 degree. And that is why we say that the sum of interior angles of any triangle is equal to 180 degrees. So whenever you are being challenged with a question in a triangle whereby you have angles inside, you may be given 2 angles and be asked to find angle B. You may be given angle A, angle B, and you asked to find angle C. Let's take just a simple question here for you to understand exactly what we're talking about. Now let's get solution to these 2 questions with respect to the angles in a triangle we just finished explaining. All right, so take a look at number 1. In number 1, you have the interior angles such as 62, 45, and x. And remember what we said, we are looking for the unknown angle, which is what? X. And for us to get that, we have to sum all the interior angles of a triangle. Remember what we said, that all the interior angles of a triangle is equal to what? 180 degree. I have proven that to you. All right, so for us to get the unknown angle, all we need to do is to sum up all the interior angles here and say is equal to 180 degree, because sum of the interior angles of any triangle is equal to 180 degrees. So that will then be x plus 62 plus 45 all equal to 180 degree. Hope you know the reason. The reason being that sum of angles in a triangle, any triangle at all, is equal to 180 degree. All right, so let's collect like terms. That will now be x plus this will give us what? That will give us 107 equal to 180. Then collecting like term, you solve it like an algebra. Then this one will have to move over to the other side. That will now be x is equal to 180 minus 107. So therefore, the value of your x is equal to 73 degrees. That becomes the solution to this particular one. I hope this is quite clear. All right, so let's move to second question. Still the same approach, because sum of the interior angles of any triangle is equal to 180 degrees. Maybe you can pause the video and give this one a try. But don't forget to click on the subscribe button so you'll be able to get the subsequent videos as they come in. All right, so let's solve the question. That would be 4x plus 3x plus 2x is equal to 180 degrees, because sum of the interior angles of any triangle is equal to 180 degrees. So 4x plus 3x will give us 7x. 7x plus 2x will give us 9x equal to 180 degrees. All right, so to get this final solution, we have to divide both sides by the coefficients of x. And the coefficients of x here is what? 9. Then x will now be equal to 180 divided by 9. What will be the final solution? The answer will be 20 degrees. 20 degrees. Because 9 divided itself 1. 9 divided 18 will give us 2. Then 9 divided 0 will give us 0. That gives us 20 degrees as the answer. And to know the value of each of these angles, to know the value of this particular one, we'll have to say 4x. And remember, we have gotten our x to be 20. It's just like saying 4 times 20, that will give us 80 degrees. 80 degrees. That is for this particular angle. Then for this one, that's 3x. That will be 3 multiplied by our x, which is 20. That will give us 60 degrees. Then finally, 2x. The value will now be 2 times 20. That will give us 40 degrees. And when you sum all the values you get inside, they will give you 180 degrees. That is to say, 40 plus 60 will give us 100. 100 plus 80 will give us 180 degrees. That is to show that our answer is quite correct. I hope this is very clear. All right, so let's move to other aspects of triangles, which include the exterior angle of a triangle. That is the theorem. Then we also look at the base angles of an isosceles triangle. These are some basic things we need to understand in triangle. So let's get our fingers crossed as we move to the next video. Now let's look at exterior angle of a triangle theorem. Look at what the theorem explains here. What we call the exterior angle is the angle you have outside of the triangle. You can see the angle we have here, angle D, is referred to as the exterior angle. And also angle E is equally referred to as the exterior angle. That is the angle existing outside of the triangle, not the inside. The inner ones are called the interior. Then A, B, C are the interior angles, whereas E and D are the exterior angle. What is the theorem talking about? The theorem, exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the two opposite interior angle. As you can see, this E is an exterior angle here. So the two opposite interior angle are A and C. Then looking at it from this angle, D is an exterior angle. The two opposite interior angle are A and B. So therefore, the theorem says that E as a exterior angle is equal to the sum of the two opposite interior angle, which is what? A plus C. That's what the theorem is talking about. Then going from this direction, D is an exterior angle here. So D is equal to the sum of the two opposite interior angle, which is A and B. So I can say that A plus B is equal to angle D. So that's exactly what the exterior angle theorem is talking about. Now let's solve the example we have there. Here, who can tell us the exterior angle here? The exterior angle we have in this triangle is 120 degrees. So to find the value of x is quite easy for us. So because we know that the exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the two opposite interior angle, you can see that 120 would now be equal to 61 plus x, as we have it here. To solve the question, we have to now say that 120, which is the exterior angle, is equal to the sum of the two opposite interior angle, which is x plus 61. Oh, sorry. The marker is not writing clearly. It's not writing clearly. So that will now be plus 61. So to get the answer to the question, that will give us 120 is equal to x plus 61. Let's write it much clearer now. All right, so collect like terms. That is to say, this one will come over here. 120 minus 61 equal to x. Therefore, the value of our x will be equal to 120 minus 61 will give us 59 degrees. And that becomes the answer to this particular question. I hope this is quite clear. That is exactly what we mean by the exterior angle of a triangle theorem. All right, so let's take another aspect of it, which is the base angles of an isosceles triangle, which is another theorem that will be very, very important to your solving of angles, especially with respect to triangle. Let's get it done. Now we come to the last one we have for today, which is base angles of an isosceles triangle. What do you call an isosceles triangle? An isosceles triangle is a triangle with only two sides equal. As you can see, this is a line indicator here. This one is another line indicator. Whenever you see triangle whereby only two sides are equal, such triangle is known as what? An isosceles triangle. And this is a perfect example of it. This indicator shows that it's an isosceles triangle. That means this side and this side are equal. So what we have to say about this? So assuming I call this angle A and I call this one angle B. This is an isosceles triangle. So what the theorem is saying is that the base angles of an isosceles triangle are equal. Base angles are the bottom angle from the two sides that are equal. Then you will not be able to determine their bottom. Their meeting point is here, so their bottom is here. All right, so their base angles are said to be equal. That is to say, angle A is equal to angle B. Like what you have here is equal to this one. So if I have 30 degree here, therefore this one should also be what? 30 degree. So let's use the same idea to solve questions on these two examples. Now, looking at this, these are also a perfect indicator of an isosceles triangle. As you can see here, this side and this side are equal. That is to say, these two angles must be what? The base angles. And we said that the base angles of an isosceles triangle are equal. Mind you, you don't concentrate on how long the lines are. So what tells you that the two lines are equal is actually the indicator. Once you see this indicator here, see another indicator here. If you see another one, that is to say that all the three sides are equal. But once you can see it on two sides, that is to say only two sides are equal. So therefore, these are the base angles of our isosceles triangle here. This one is the base angle. So if this place is x, what do you think this place will be? It will be x, of course, because the base angles of an isosceles triangle are equal. So if this place is x, therefore this side will also be what? X. So to get the value of this x here, all I'm going to do is to add everything I have here and say equal to 180 degree. As we've already explained before, the sum of the interior angles of any triangle is equal to 180 degree. But one most important thing here is that one peculiar case here is that this is what? An isosceles triangle. And whenever you see an isosceles triangle, what comes to mind is the base angles. Okay, the base angles of an isosceles triangle are equal. So therefore, this place x, this place should also be what? X. So we can now have it as x plus x, because this place and this place are x, because they are base angles, they are equal, plus 32, all equal to 180 degree. So to get the answer, x plus x will give us 2x plus 32 equal to 180 degree. So therefore, to get the answer now, we have to collect like term. That will now be 2x is equal to 180 minus 32. 180 minus 32, what will it give us? We have 2x is equal to 180 minus 32. So that will give us 8 here. 7 is remaining here. 7 minus this will give us 4. So that will give us 148 degree. So what do we do next? We have to divide both sides by the coefficients of x here. And the coefficients of x here is what? 2. So to go further, we have to now say x is equal to 148 divided by 2. What will it give us? Because the answer will be 74 degree. And that will be the value of the x that we have here. I hope this is quite clear. So that is how to solve problem when it has to do with the base angles of an isosceles triangle. Now let's approach the second example. Or maybe you can give it a try. You can give this particular one a try. Pause the video and give it a try. So let's get solution to number 2. Question 2. Where can we say are the base angles of this isosceles triangle? Because as you can see, we have the line indicator here. We have another line indicator here. That is to say this side and this side are equal. So where will now be the bottom angles? That's the base angles. That will now be here and here. All right, so we already know that this one is 52. What do you think this side will be? That will still be 52 because the base angles of an isosceles triangle are equal. So to solve the question, that will now be y plus 52 plus 52. Why do I have to repeat the 52 twice? Because this side is 52. This side should as well be what? 52 because the base angles are equal. Equal to 180 degree. Why do we say equal to 180 degree? Because the sum of the interior angles of any triangle is equal to 180 degree. All right, so to get it done, that will now be y plus 52 plus 52, that will give us 104 equal to 180 degree. So collecting like term, y will now be 180. This one moving over here become minus 104. Then y is equal to, what will it give us? The answer will be 76 degree as our solution. I hope this is quite clear. Thank you for listening. In our next video, we shall be talking about other aspects of polygons, angles in a quadrilateral. Then we'll talk about other aspects like a pentagon, polygon, other polygons will also be discussed in this line. So have a wonderful day ahead. Bye.